Hey guys, Attorney Walter Hnot here. Now, real quick update. One of the things I want to do is I basically want to run disability hearing questions with you at a much faster pace. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, well, what does that help us do? How do we understand how that's going to be better for us when applying for disability benefits or trying to go ahead and, be in a disability hearing in front of an administrative law judge? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want you to focus on. I want to go ahead and basically disability hearing questions. Howdy, Faithmore, at a super fast rate with people. I want to see what happens. I want to study what their brain does. And here's why. The system that I've been using to basically run through the traditional disability hearing questions, the top 200 most common questions, the top 50 trick ALJ hearing questions, I've actually come up with more and better questions since then. But before I start to release those questions, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and run these hearing questions with you guys really quickly. I want to do the standard ones, the new ones, and I want to see what your brain does. Now, way back in the day, like 5-6 years ago, when people did not have, for example, those hearing questions, the top 200 most common, the top 50 ALJ trick questions, they didn't understand the base foundation of how their hearing would work. They didn't understand what the judge was going to be asking. They didn't know how to respond to it. So this is step two. Now that you guys have the basics of essentially what types of hearing questions are coming your way, and there's categories to it, right? You've got cooking, cleaning, laundry, paying bills, taking out the garbage, going and doing grocery shopping, delivering the groceries to your home, hygiene-related functions, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, getting dressed in the morning, pulling things up, buttoning, zippering, etc. Having to wake up on time. Do you sleep through the day completely? Are you able to follow written instruction, oral instructions? Are you able to go ahead and interact with authority figures? All these different categories. And so what I've started to do was I gridded out the whole thing. And now I want to run them at high pace. So with that said, if anybody out there basically wants to go ahead and run hearing questions with me at a super fast pace, and this is like essentially, this is like speed chess. William Randall, thank you so much. Thank you, good sir, for the donation. I really appreciate it. So this is going to be like speed chess. And in speed chess, you are constantly up against a clock. And the whole point is I'm going to have a set of questions, and those questions will need to be completed within essentially a 2-minute period. And what we're going to do is run through sections that would normally take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And we're going to break down what the person's brain was doing while trying to answer it. Now, obviously, some individuals that have, 12.0 mental limitations where, like a 12.05, etc., they're not going to be able to do this kind of game. But this is more of an educational standpoint for me to better understand the limits of the human mind when trying to answer questions about their abilities. So I'm going to post the phone number real quick. If anybody wants to call me, we can try just a very basic intro thing. Before we actually do other videos. The next video I'm going to be doing after this is what are the top 300 law firms that were paid for Social Security disability benefits, like winning benefits, like who won the most benefits, who had the most clients kind of gig. That's what it really comes down to. And I'm going to go through that list. So thank you, Faith Moore, for the $2.99 donation. I really, really appreciate it. So if we have anybody right now who basically is brave enough to go ahead and call me to try out the prototype before I kind of get like an actual system together, call that number. And if not, it's okay. We'll go to the next video. We'll do the top 300 most common or the top 300 law firms that made the most money. Now, when I do the top 300, I'm not doing 2020. I'm not doing 2021. I'm doing 2019 because that was pre-COVID. That's like our best baseline of which law firms were the biggest, etc. And the number one law firm isn't even the same law firm anymore because he sold it. And the number two law firm from 2017 doesn't even really exist in the same way anymore because they ran into some legal issues from things that they were doing. So anyways, all right, guys. So final call. If anybody wants to call me to run these hearing questions, super fast pace, we're going to do a prototype here. It's okay if you don't want to, but 279-1754, 407-279-1754, call on that number. I'm going to give us another 30 seconds to a minute to go ahead and have somebody call in. If they call in, I'll grab it. If not, I'll set up an actual system, and then we'll begin this. If I wasn't overdrive, no worries, Deb Carter, no worries. So with that said, we'll go ahead. All right, I'm going to switch over shortly. I'm going to give it like another 20 seconds, And then we'll do the next video of which law firms in 2019 made the most money. It's the top 300. And here's a spoiler alert, I'm not on the list, but I'm just after the very end of that list, which I think is pretty cool because all those law firms that I'm competing against that are like the mega money, they've been around a lot longer than I have. So my catch-up rate is really good compared to them. So I was really happy with that. But anyways, all right, guys, nobody called in. I'm going to catch you at the next video. Have fun, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.